All right, good morning. It is another morning work beat. So let's get started. We're going to start with these brows, and baby, you know the routine. We outline that brow, get it to be the shape that we want it to be. As you can see that my brows are thin and they actually lay really close. There is no curl to my brow. So I clean up the outer edge of my brows with a razor, honey. Yep, that's what I do. And then I design or define the angle that I want. So in doing this process, it allows me to change the shape of my brows based on what I'm gonna do, the color of my hair, my eye look. But for my morning work beats, I like a thinner brow, not very wide, and I like it lighter in color. So now what I'm gonna do is take some pomade and go right on into the outline of the brow that I did with the pen. You can use a pencil, you can use powder, brow powder, shadow. It's really up to you. And I put some on the bottom of the brow line, and then I brush up and just kind of fill in as I need. So here I am using DJ's Beauty pomade. It's very creamy, soft, spreads very easily. You don't need much, and we're gonna go ahead and fill in. So you'll see me use several pomades. There are different brands that I actually love, love, love. There are brands that I don't, and you won't hear me say much about the ones that I don't love. You just won't see me using them. So this is DJ's Beauty, and I will list the information for the website and a savings code. All right. So we're just going to continually tap in and fill in the brow where needed. And you'll see me start to brush. I will brush upward and outward just to get the brow to be a little thinner towards the front in color and create that ombre look. So I don't add extra product. I just pull the product that is there on the brow, pull it from the inner and bring it outward. So now I'm going to use the Playing in Makeup by Yolando eyeshadow foundation beige, and this is the shade H. So there is a bundle, but today I'm using the shade H. So you will see me use concealers here, and again, there's plenty of concealers that I like, but today you see me using one of the new eyeshadow foundation bases. So you can use it for prepping your lid to for eyeshadow application, but here I'm going to use it all over the lid. This is my morning work bead, so I'm using H, which is a little closer to my shade, my natural skin tone, and we're gonna just blend it down and around and use it as the base for cleaning up the underbrow and preparing my lid, making that perfect canvas, right, baby? All right, so we're just going to pull it on down and around, and you'll see me do the same thing on both sides. Now I'm just going to pat it out with a concealer brush. We're just going to tap, 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 baby. Yes, yes, look up a little bit. Make sure you get just a little bit under the eye, and do the same thing on the other side. So we're just going to fill in that lid space, and I'm using a Wet n Wild brush, and now I'm using a Real Techniques color correcting brush, and it's not really going to do anything for color correcting. It's just how they have it listed in the package. It's 4 brushes. All right, and I will list the code for the Playing in Makeup by Yolando also with the website. So the foundation that I'm using today is Milani, and the shade will be 11A. Okay, so with Milani, there is a concealer in it, and I don't have to use any color correcting with it. It's going to actually give me the perfect shade and correct any imperfections that I have. So I'm going above the brow with the foundation, same Wet n Wild brush that I got from the Dollar Tree. You can get it from Dollar Tree, Walmart, any drugstore that sells Wet n Wild. Nothing serious there. I put a little foundation above the brow, and that is the same foundation that we're going to use across the forehead when it's time for complexion. All right, so I'm going to buff it out. And I come underneath the brow right in the front on both sides, and it's going to cause a lighter. I'm getting it off my hand. The rest is on my hand to put on my forehead there. That's the foundation. So when you go under the brow with the brush, it actually is going to create that thinner look in the front that I want, that more ombre. So now I'm just gonna brush product, get it thinner. One of my eyebrows actually comes out a little further and the other one doesn't. So, you know, hey, listen, we just work with the AncestryBrow.com, right? So we're going to use 2 drops of foundation. That is my rule. I do 2 drops of foundation. I do not use more than that. If I have to use more than 2 drops, it's just not the foundation for me. Okay. So we're still using Milani 11A. And we're just going to drop and just kind of tap and press it into the skin. Tap and press, tap and press. All right. We're still tapping it in, and we're going to use a brush, but I'm going to spray with a more hydrating spray. You can use any spray that you want, and the only reason I use a hydrating with Milani is because it dries quicker for me and it has more of a mattifying look. So I prefer a matte spray on the end, but in the beginning I would rather a moisturizing spray. So you'll see me just pressing it in, kind of moving in quick motions. Nothing really happening here besides pressing in that foundation, right? We're not smearing, we're pressing and tapping. And when you're pressing and tapping, you're just going to push it into the skin, get a better coverage there, and allow that foundation to dry up some so that when you do apply everything else, it is right where it needs to be. All right, so complexion is my favorite part of a look. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and now grab some of the Maybelline concealer, and we're gonna use that as a highlighter underneath the eye and on the outer part of the nose, underneath the nose, the center of the nose, and the forehead. So I am going to work, and I don't really do a lot when it comes to creating that highlight completely around the face. But if it is date night, something special, honey, you already know. We're going to light it up and cut it to the what? We're going to cut it to the, yeah, you know I love that heavy contour. But we're going for work, so I do a little bit on the nose, and I kind of mess it up. As you can see, I'm just kind of smearing it around. It gives more of that natural line for me. I don't have a really stiff bridge in my nose. Basically, it is null and void there. But we're going to create the illusion of it being there, right? So that same concealer brush we're going to tap out the concealer. I start on the outer portions, going right into like the cheekbones. Then I go underneath the eyes. All right. And I just press and do the same thing. Blend it over the eye. All right, same thing, over lid. And we're gonna go to forehead and blend it out. Now, if this process starts to get dry for you here, spray your face with some setting spray, some rose water, whatever you choose to use, anything that will moisturize your face real quick. So I go back with the foundation brush, and where the two met, the concealer and the foundation, I tap it with that foundation brush. No extra foundation, whatever the balance of product on the brush is what we're going to use. So here I'm going to use my DJS face brush, and I am using Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Mahogany. So I'm using the brush is angled, so I'm using like the fuller side of the brush to apply, but when I get to the nose, I'm going to flip it and use the longer side, right? And I'm going to come down, and then I'm going to press outward into the inner corner of my eye to create that snatch nose, a bridge there. As you can see now, it looks like I have one, right? Yes, honey, yes. Let's get the snatch on, okay? So I'm going to bronze out. So today for this look here, I don't know what was going on with me this morning, but I just wanted to be like bronze, bronze, bronze. So I went back in and added a little more bronzer. You'll see on the pictures on it, I am truly bronze. So to set the concealer under the eye, I use my favorite setting powder, setting powder of the century. Dermablend has been my choice for years, and I love setting powders, so I tend to buy a lot of setting powders, concealers, foundations, but I do have favorites, right? We all do. So I use a brush. I'm going to go right under the eye, above the eye, and anywhere that I put that concealer to create that highlighted look, I'm going to use Cool Beige by Dermablend. And I'm going to use a brush and go very, very lightly so that we don't have that creasing, caking underneath. I am in that nifty 50, honey. You know, I am melanin over 50, all right? So listen, that is how we keep that from happening. We use a brush, we go very, very lightly, and you build up, all right? Build up. So we're going to do a little bit of reverse so that you can see what the reverse will look like with the Cool Beige. And use a sponge. That is the only time you'll see me use the sponge for the reverse, and when it's time to get that nose really, really set. So I wear glasses, and you know, a lot of times the oils will pool up there, so we want to make sure that we don't get any extra creasing, any extra lines. And we use a little bit of that Dermablend again, Cool Beige, right? We build it up. So now what we're gonna do is, yes, sling that hair back. Get ready for these lashes. We're going to add some mascara back to my natural lashes just to bring back the color of the lashes and to apply a coating there for the, when we place those beautiful lash enhancements in place, okay? But you always want to add a little bit of mascara back, because you will see that your lashes have now powder on them, concealer, foundation, so they'll change shades, you know. So we just want to make sure, hey, that they're black, like my lashes are black. So the style today will come from Hypnotik Vanity, and it is in the Lash Style Charmer. Charmer is lighter in the front of the lash, the inner corner. She's thinner, and she gets thicker towards the outer corner. So I wear glasses, and she fits every frame that I have. I have 4 pair of glasses that I wear for work. They're all different frames, different styles, and she never gets caught up. She fits every one, okay? So I see my nose ring, and if you're new to me, you're like, what is in her nose? She needs to clean her nose. No, honey, it's a nose ring. Just chill out, okay? All right. We got Charmer in place. We use a little bit of Hypnotik Vanity Lash Glue. Dries extremely quick. So I don't put the glue on the lashes and let them sit very long. I go ahead and put the glue on and, honey, attach. All right. And I hold for a few seconds, and you'll see me just kind of go back and press on and make sure that they're good, that they're where they need to be. Everybody's secure, everybody's in place, nobody's out of order, okay? Nobody's falling out of the line. We're all good, honey. All right. So now we're going to handle these bottom lashes, and I am using the Bad Girl Bang from Benefits, okay? So this week has been a Bad Girl Bang beat every day. I have favorites, and I always mention them. They are Tarte Caramelites lashes, honey. Oh my gosh, it is Bae. This one is Bae, Wet n Wild in the blue tube, and Maybelline Colossal lashes. I think are Bae also. So we can talk about mascara and lashes all day, and I'll make sure that I include links to everything. So I'm using the Kiki brush from Playing the Makeup by Yolanda, and I'm just dusting off the Dermablend that was there. And as you can see, Dermablend just actually melts right into the skin. There is no heavy buildup left. So for the setting powder, I'm going to use Dermablend in the shade Warm Saffron. Yeah. We're going to use the Kiki brush. We got a little bit of powder out of the container and tapped it really, really good on the lid so that we don't have a lot. You don't need a lot. You're just setting for the rest of the day. Once I get to work, I don't touch my face at all anymore. If I have on a gloss, I will put that on again, but hey, we don't do anything else. So we're going to use a lip liner here and line the lips a little bit. It's just like a blush rose lippy. So it's not going to give me much color, but I always line because of the I want to create that balance for my lip shade. So I'm using a shade from Sugar Bee Cosmetics, and it's like a champagne shimmery shade, and we're going to also use another one from Sugar Bee. All right, but first I'm gonna let that shade kind of dry down a little bit, and I'm going to use the DJS Beauty Glow and Inspire. Look at Inspire, y'all. We just need a little bit for work. We don't need much, just a little bit. But look at her. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So we're going to put a little bit on the back of the cheekbone, right in the back. And I'm getting it out of the lid, across the nose, across that bridge that we created. Look, honey, we don't have flat banks anymore. We got a chiseled out face and nose. Look at that. Come through. These sinuses are killing me. All right. So that is the same brush that had a little bit of that Dermablend, and I'm just coming back. Whatever's on that brush, I'm just using it to make sure that everything is blended and okay. So now we're going to do what? Adjust this hair, baby. Adjust this hair. Yes. Yes, yes. Get it right. Get it tight. Yes. Give him a little smile. All right, all right, all right. All right. Can you see that highlight just a little bit? Like, it's perfect. So this is Royalty, and she's from Sugar Bee Cosmetics. I will link that website also. I don't have the code, but give me a while. Maybe for the next video, we will have a code for you on that. But, honey, any of the products that I PR for that I am using, that I recommend, with or without a code, they are wonderful products. So always trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the Milani foundation and just go ahead and clean up around that lip. So for 2020, I said I would work on lips. Lips is the biggest challenge for me with makeup, okay? Like, everybody has a challenge, whether they say it or not, but lips is mine, and I love a nude lip. So I have been really working on doing colors, ombres, rainbows, whatever on these lips, okay? So what has helped me like my lips more is when I come back and clean them with a little bit of foundation. And look,